What's up everyone, this is Tony with JRNYcrypto. In this video we'll be talking about Ethereum and the possibility of ETH doing a 3x and breaking $10,000 by the end of year. I definitely think this is possible. We're going to talk about big upgrades coming to Ethereum and everything you should know going on with the Ethereum blockchain. Before we get started, I do appreciate if you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell to be notified for regular crypto videos. All right guys, so everything's pretty stable in the markets today. Bitcoin's still holding around 48,000, Ethereum above 3,500. So this video will be focused around Ethereum, the price of ETH going forward, the possibility of Ether breaking $10,000 by end of year. So I do want to go over some other altcoins as well. I will be doing a separate video for altcoins, for instance, Avalanche AVAX, that's up 13% today, Hedera Hashgraph, HBAR, also having some big news, and that being up over 40% on the 7-day. I will be going over some other altcoins in the top 50 I think have a 3 to 5x potential by end of year as well. So be sure to be subscribed and stay tuned for that next video. So getting on the topic of Ethereum, currently holding above $3,500. This has had a much better recovery than Bitcoin has since the markets did crash at the end of May. And I do believe Ethereum will be breaking its previous all-time highs well before Bitcoin breaks its previous all-time highs. So previous all-time high for Ethereum was around $4,400. So we really don't have that far to go, just another $1,000 here. We will be breaking previous all-time highs for Ethereum. I definitely think this has potential to break $10,000 by end of year if we do see Bitcoin in a steady uptrend as well. If Bitcoin's breaking $100,000, I definitely think Ethereum will be testing or have already broken $10,000 at that time. So that would be very bullish for a lot of altcoins as well. I do hold a good amount of Ethereum, much more Ethereum than I do hold Bitcoin, just because there's big network upgrades coming. With the Ethereum London hard fork, a lot of Ethereum coins are now being burned as well. So I have been keeping you guys updated on that. There's now 308,000 Ethereum that has been burned since the Ethereum London hard fork, which wasn't even that long ago. So imagine this in the long term, a couple years out, 5 years out, 10 years out, how much Ethereum will have been burned from this. So right now we do have around 5 Ethereum being burned per minute, which at current USD value of Ethereum is over $15,000 per minute of Ethereum. That will fluctuate as the value of Ethereum does change at the same time. So this does peak at different times when we do get NFTs launching their projects and we have 10,000 people trying to mint NFTs at the same time. We see huge gas fees. The gas fees basically skyrocket for a short period of time. When we do have multiple sets launching per day, we have a lot of altcoins launching, we do get crazy gas fees of a couple $100s or more. So we aren't even back to previous volume when the markets were peaking. So if we do get back to that, we're going to have gas fees of $300 or even $500 and more. That's just not acceptable. That does rule out the majority of users on the Ethereum network. Anyone that's using Uniswap, if you're only buying a few $100s worth of an altcoin and you're paying a couple $100 fee, then to make profit on that altcoin, you have to do more than a 2x on that. And then when you sell it, you're taking a gas fee at the same time also. So there's multiple things to consider here. And that really does rule out a lot of users on the Ethereum network. So besides Ethereum gas fees, there's also other problems with the network that they are looking to resolve with the upgrade to Ethereum 2. You guys can learn more about that at ethereum.org. So looking to add more scalability, more security, more sustainability, Ethereum needs to support thousands of transactions per second to make applications faster and cheaper to use, 100%. So the sooner we get this upgrade, the better. But something else we do have is layer 2 solutions like Immutable X here. I did cover this. The company behind Gods Unchained is creating Immutable X. So this is getting close to launch from what I've heard, and this will actually completely eliminate gas fees, massive scalability up to 9,000 transactions per second, among other benefits here, also for NFTs. So a layer 2 solution would definitely help, and hopefully we get that as soon as possible because these gas fees are really hurting. They're really holding a lot of people back from getting involved with a lot of altcoins and different NFT projects. So with Ethereum 2, they do have shard chains coming, which will greatly reduce the gas fees as well. Shard chains will expand Ethereum's capacity to process transactions and store data. The shards themselves will gain more features over time, rolled out in multiple phases, estimated for 2022. And as you guys know, these things tend to get delayed with Ethereum for these massive upgrades. And getting that shard chain upgrade. I think they are more focused on transitioning Ethereum to proof of stake than they are getting shard chains out, since we do have layer 2 solutions like this that will resolve the gas fee problem and the blockchain bloat. So there is an article here today stating Ethereum is eyeing a $6,500 bullish target as ETH price chart paints cup and handle. So a cup and handle signal is pretty bullish, and this states 65%, 68% saw a huge upside after a cup and handle signal in the stock market and forex markets. So pretty good odds there, and with these massive upgrades coming, I would definitely agree that Ethereum is going to see some huge upside potential by end of year, especially if Bitcoin continues on an uptrend and is testing $100,000 by end of year. I think a $10,000 Ethereum is very reasonable. So as we can see here, we have a huge cup, and then recently with that small market crash we had, Ethereum did retest $3,000, now recovering from there around $3,600. So if this does play out, we will see this explode upwards, have a huge uptrend going forward, probably breaking previous all-time highs here of around $4,300 Ethereum, especially with how much Ethereum is being burned every single minute now with every transaction. That's definitely bullish. So this article is eyeing a $6,500 Ethereum just based on this cup and handle signal. But personally, I do think a $10,000 Ethereum is possible by end of year, especially if the crypto space continues in a general uptrend. We do have Bitcoin breaking its previous all-time high. I do think Ethereum will be doing much better. Another thing we have to consider here is institutions are just starting to get into Ethereum. So yesterday we did have ARK Invest announce they are getting into Ethereum now. We also had Fidelity recently announced they're exploring Ethereum and doing Ethereum related services. Pretty much everyone will be getting into Ethereum slowly here, and I do think as institutions start buying Ethereum and not just Bitcoin, that's going to take a ton of Ethereum out of circulation, causing a supply shock. At the same time, we do have retail FOMO, and all of these meme coins and small market cap projects as well as NFT projects are all picking up at the same time on the Ethereum network. That does force users to use up more Ethereum being burned at the same time. All bullish things for the network. So ARK Invest did announce they're doing 40% in Ethereum now, which is pretty huge, pretty big allocation there. Previously they were 100% Bitcoin, and pretty much every other institution is 100% Bitcoin as well. I do think Elon Musk actually did state that he does hold Ethereum and Dogecoin also, but I'm not sure if any of his companies actually hold Ethereum yet. So eventually a lot of these institutions will start buying up hundreds of millions of dollars worth of Ethereum as well. And I do think that will become a norm, buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, possibly Cardano, and a couple other top 10 cryptocurrencies down the line, holding that on their balance sheet. Especially because with some of these cryptocurrencies, you can stake them and be earning passive income. At the same time, they're appreciating in value in the long term. It's a win-win. So I don't see why companies wouldn't start putting a small percent of their cash reserves into cryptocurrency. So leading up to the launch of these multiple phases of Ethereum 2, I definitely think the price of ETH will be on a steady uptrend. The problem here is we've had continuous delays for ETH 2 though. This has been in talks for years. So another thing here is we did get the launch of phase 0, which does introduce staking, but not many people are taking advantage of this. If we look this up on stakingrewards.com, we can see the percentage of circulating supply for these cryptos that are being staked and how much value. So Ethereum 2 ETH, we have $26 billion worth of ETH being staked, but that only comes out to 6.4% of the circulating supply being staked, compared to Cardano and Solana here, which is 70% for Cardano and 76% for Solana. Pretty massive numbers. And even comparing it to these other top 10 cryptocurrencies that are being staked, they're all 50% and more pretty much, besides Terra Luna, which is 33%. So once we do get multiple phases of Ethereum 2 launching, I think this percent staked is going to skyrocket, taking a ton of Ethereum out of circulation at the same time, which will cause a supply squeeze, especially as these institutions are buying up massive amounts of ETH also. So that is why I'm very bullish for Ether around the time of these ETH2 multiple phase upgrades. But we have no idea when that's actually going to be launching. So this article here from early June does state Vitalik Buterin being surprised at just how long ETH2 is taking. If you guys have been keeping up on this, it's been delayed for years. And luckily we did get the launch of phase 0. So he did state, we thought it would take 1 year to do proof of stake, but it actually takes 6 years. If you're doing a complex thing that you think will take a while, it's actually very likely to take a lot more time. Very true. So originally the plan was to work on shard chains before the merge to address scalability. However, with the boom of layer 2 scaling solutions, the priority has shifted to swapping to proof of work, from proof of work to proof of stake via the merge. So this is huge in itself, and if these layer 2 solutions actually resolve the gas fee problem, then that's definitely a good move in my opinion. He does state phase 1, which introduces scalability through sharding, is not expected until later in 2022 at this stage. So hopefully we get a couple phases of Ethereum 2 in 2022, but who knows, there might be even more delays with this. But the transition to proof of stake itself is pretty huge, especially if we get something like Immutable X here that does solve the scaling issue and does greatly reduce gas fees or eliminate them completely, as this does say. So huge things on the horizon for Ethereum 2. I think as soon as a good Ethereum 2 layer solution is implemented on Uniswap and through all of these networks, and we actually get greatly reduced gas fees, the price of Ethereum is going to skyrocket, and a lot more projects, NFTs, and altcoins will be launching on Ethereum again, which does worry me about some of these Ethereum competitors at the same time. If everyone just wants to start using Ethereum again, a lot of the money that has spilled out of Ethereum into these other Ethereum competitors will be going back to Ethereum. So that's the scenario where I could see Ethereum breaking $10,000, a layer 2 solution. At the same time, institutions starting to buy up millions of dollars of Ethereum, leading up to the next phase of Ethereum 2, which is why I'm pretty bullish on this. But I do hold more ADA than Ethereum, and I do hold a lot of other top 10 cryptos as well. I do hold much more Ethereum than Bitcoin though, because I do think Ethereum will have much higher return on investment than Bitcoin, leading to the peak of this bull market. So that's about it for this video. I hope you guys found it useful. Like I stated, I will be doing another video on altcoins later today, talking about some bullish altcoins in the top 50 that I do think has a 3 to 5x potential still towards end of year that really hasn't had a good run up yet. And I will be going over some other big altcoin news as well, discussing Avalanche, HBAR, and some other cryptos. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys found the video useful, I do appreciate you guys like the video, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for regular crypto videos. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.